I am recording visual. You know what? I don't care anymore. I'm done prefacing the things that I love by saying, oh, I know this is stupid, or I know this is childish, this is dumb, because they're not. I love them, and I love loving them, and I don't care what you think because they bring me joy. Hi, my name is Anya Naylor, and Newsies has been my favorite musical for as long as I can remember. Newsies and Little Shop of Horrors, but we're not talking about my Audrey 2 obsession today.
But it's true, isn't it? No!
This video is about the movie version of Newsies from 1992 because that's the version that I fell in love with originally and would watch on repeat when I was younger. I was one of those fans who knew every single Newsie by name, except Snotty, Swifty, Jake, and Pie Eater, which I did have to learn for this video. I thought I knew who Pie Eater was, but who I thought Pie Eater was actually Jake. But I got it now. We're good. What? Oh, no, I'm not going to tell you who they are. You're just going to have to figure it out. You'll be fine. Two things that this video won't be doing that I feel like I have to put out there. One, this video is not going to be full of ships. Because I don't like ships. People keep trying to convince me that romantic relationships are somehow deeper or more important than platonic relationships, and I just don't believe them. Sorry. Second, I'm not going to be making fun of Christian Bale singing or dancing. He is trying his best. So, yeah. Thank you to Izzy Spees for helping me with this video. Their channel is linked down below. Also, I should say that in 2015, I read the entirety of the Newsies analysis by A Pair of New Shoes on Tumblr, and I didn't read it before this video, but I might have accidentally stolen some jokes or ideas from them that I thought I made up, so that is also going to be linked down below. So without further ado, welcome to my video essay on Newsies, the movie version from 1990. 1 second, let me... I argue that Newsies is very entertaining and you should love it as much as I do. Or maybe, like, a normal amount. That's okay as well. Let's get into it.
In 1899, the streets of New York City echoed with the voices of Newsies.
Okay, we're not even 30 seconds in and I'm already emotional. This prologue gives me the chills every time. I also love that Max Casella, who plays Racetrack, does the prologue and not Christian Bale. I don't know why, it just feels right. Maybe because Racetrack was a real person and Jack Kelly was made up, or maybe because Racetrack has the best lines in the movie, or maybe because Racetrack's canonically trans. I don't know. All I know is I trust him with my life. Hell yeah! I adore that they sleep in a lodging house. Not only is it historically accurate, but it just makes me feel good. Our boys got a roof over their head. Yes. Introducing Newsie ally number 1, Klopman. We love him. He's a good dad. He's not actually any of their dads, but it feels like it because he's a good dad. In the original script, this was Jack Kelly who was snapping, and obviously it's not Jack now, but they still kept it in. That's important storytelling right there. We need to keep in the kid that snaps in his sleep. Also, why doesn't this Newsie have a name? You're telling me Snotty has a name who does nothing this entire show, but snapping kid doesn't? Ridiculous.
Boots!
Why does he yell at Boots like that? You just got up here, man. Everyone's asleep. He's not doing anything wrong.
Skittery, I didn't do it. What do you mean you didn't do it?
Yeah, get him, Klopman!
Get up, you have to get up!
Skittery getting slapped first thing in the morning, and he deserves it.
Snitch!
I love that Snitch sucks his thumb, and not only does he sleep with Idy, but he sleeps on top of Idy. They're besties, and I'm here for it. It does seem a little unfair since Snitch is one of the tallest Newsies, but that's what friends are for.
They sleep their life away, these kids. You ain't just wear it.
Mush looks like a Greek god.
Presses are rolling. Celebrate, celebrate.
Gross, snitch. That's Jack. Whatever. Racetrack! Woo woo!
That's my cigar.
You'll steal another. Hey!
Snipe shooter being a dick first thing in the morning.
Hey, bummers, we got work to do.
Kid Blink being mad first thing in the morning. I am obsessed with Tumblr and everything he does. He's so cute. ID is the only relatable person in this scene. Everyone else is like kind of tired, but ID can barely get his shirt on and looks absolutely dead inside. That is the face of someone regretting their life decisions. I should have become a factory worker. Oh, I take it back. The kid that just went to sleep in the background is relatable too.
How'd you sleep, Jack?
I'm in back mush.
Yeah, that fellow here with Jack said. I asked Jack how he slept, and he said, I'll be back, mush.
Hey, Jack.
I feel like I act like mush.
Hey, Jack. When I walk, does it look like I'm faking it?
No. Who said you're faking?
I gotta find me a new cell.
Gross, snitch. Can someone please help Tumblr?
You smell foul. Met this girl last night.
Remember that one for later. We'll come back to it.
Move your elbow past the towel.
Gross, snitch. Not because he's washing his feet, but because that means his feet were dirty when they were on ID's face.
For a buck, I'm
Skittery being a dick for no reason. You turn around that hat, ID. Jack gets his bandana, Bumlets gets his stick. Sorry to interrupt the song for a history lesson, but a lot of the real-life Newsies actually had a bad leg because they were constantly jumping on moving trolley cars to sell papers, and sometimes they missed. Not always like crutchy bad, but like, you know, a limp or hurts to walk on if I'm on my feet for 8 hours a day. I just think that's interesting because Bumlets has a stick for the entire first half of the movie and Skittery has a stick the entire movie. So like, maybe they have leg problems. Anyways. Hell yeah, Tumblr, you get your pants on. Clubman is trying to count them all because he loves them. He is a good ally. Who is this red-haired child? Why is he in charge of anything? Jack and Snitch just jump like normal, but Mush has to show off. I adore fight dancing, which is different than dance fighting. Dance fighting is when you're supposed to actually be fighting, but you're in a musical, so you're dancing instead. Fight dancing is when you're dancing, but you're an aggressive male in a musical, so you're like play fighting instead. I just made that up. Someone just pushed Jake. Mush, you just woke up. Jesus Christ. While everyone else is doing flips and dance moves, including Crutchy, who is disabled, Jack is unable to get off the ground by himself. So, there you go. Ew. Jack's hip thrust makes me really uncomfortable for some reason. Is it just me? It looks weird. Also, they just hip thrust at nuns. I love them!
something to wake me up.
You are awake. You are all so awake. Don't pretend. Except ID. He might still not be awake.
Gotta sell more papers. All I got is I could catch up. Sure hope the headlines are all I can catch is free. God help me if it's not. Somebody help me if I hate the headline.
Okay, a lot of people say that is Patrick, who this lady's singing about trying to find, but I disagree because she's clearly actively looking for her son, who clearly doesn't want to be found. If he was standing right there, I think she would see him. And I think if he didn't want to be found, he wouldn't be cool just standing next to her like that. But that Newsie doesn't have an official name, so I just call him not Patrick. Basically, everyone calls him Patrick because whether you think he's Patrick or he's definitely not Patrick, if you see the name Patrick in a Newsies fanfiction, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, that one, that kid. But I'm here to tell you, that's Blanket. Yeah, I know. Those of you not as much in the Newsies fandom might be like, Anya, who is Blanket? You just said that he doesn't have a name. I said he doesn't have an official name because he doesn't. The official names are the ones that are listed in the credits, which are these ones. But if you go to fanfiction.net, I know, just bear with me for a second. Under Newsies, the film version, not the theater version, under characters, they list all of the official characters plus 2 extra, Tumblr and Blanket. Now, we all know who Tumblr is, but weirdly enough, no one seems to know who Blanket is. And I've tried. I've looked. There's only one story with Blanket in it. And even the author who wrote that admits that they don't know who Blanket is, and they just felt like there should be a Blanket story because there's a character tag for it, and they just chose a random Newsie. So obviously that's not Blanket. And, you know, a blanket is like a thing. So if you Google Newsies movie, Blanket, it comes up with a bunch of throw blanket designs. But I could find one, and I mean one, source for Blanket from a Tumblr post made 8 years ago that at the very bottom claims this is Blanket. And they seem to be the only person who even remotely thinks that they know who Blanket is, so I have to take their word for it. They also linked a Tumblr blog that had other fandom named Newsies that I was going to fact check them on to make sure that they were right about Blanket, but it seems like that blog was deactivated, so I have no other source of information to back this up, but I'm saying it's true. So, anyway. Love them. Ew! It's not just me, right? Like, Jack's hip thrusts are really uncomfortable. I love the war part. Crutchy pretending to shoot someone, Tumblr being dragged, Jack just stumbling around. What is he doing? Bumlets with his stick, hell yeah! Mush fake beating up Tumblr. Race fake beating up Tumblr. Just watch Mush and Blink. We'll come back to it later, but just observe. Boots and Snipe Shooter look like they're having a normal conversation while everyone else is fight dancing. Crutchy lifting up Tumblr, and then Skitterly gently touching Tumblr, and then Idy lifting up Tumblr gives me a ridiculous amount of dopamine. Also, can we just listen to these lyrics for a second? Jeez, like, I know you guys want a good headline, but I didn't know you wanted to see people get burned alive.
F is for fire that burns down the whole town, used for uranium bombs. N is for no survivors.
They're literally goblins. Alright, we're on the musical interlude, so we're gonna talk about Kid Blink and Mush. They're gay and in love. Okay, well, I think Blink is bisexual because he gets real into Meadowlarkin, but they are dating. Period. And I know you're probably like, Anya, I thought you weren't going to talk about any ships. Well, this isn't a ship. This is canon. And I have evidence to back it up. Kenny Ortega directed and choreographed Newsies, which came out in 1992. Now, during an interview in July of 2020, Mr. Ortega, who also directed and choreographed High School Musical, confirmed that Ryan is gay. I know. Huge surprise, major shocker, no one saw that coming. But it wasn't like a She Who Shall Not Be Named with Dumbledore where it's like, oh yeah, he was totally gay. That was a thing.
Dumbledore being gay?
Yeah. Well, like,
was that something that was just thrown out for the American press to get them stirred up a bit? No.
no, it did.
No, it did, which is obviously
Believe you me.
was very funny. But
Yeah, but I found people's reaction to that really interesting, and I'll tell you why.
Because it was actually there. We all knew it. We could all see it. We saw the clues. He specifically said that he didn't believe that Disney would support an openly gay character in 2006. Talking about Ryan specifically, he stated, and I quote, "So I just took it upon myself to make choices that I felt that those who were watching would grab. They would see it, they would feel it, they would know it, and they would identify with it, and that is what happened." Now, what does this have to do with Newsies? Well, in the same interview, he said, "I put a lot of who I am into my work. I mean, really all the way back from the earliest work that I've done, even as a choreographer in film and television. And I think, yeah, that it's just there. And whether it's screaming at you or whether it's just sort of quietly there, it's there." Now, Newsies wasn't Kenny Ortega's first ever work as a choreographer, but it was his first film as a director. He had full reign over these characters, and he basically said in that interview that he'd been putting gay characters in everything. So all I'm saying is that they're gay. And in love. And dating. And you guys know me. Well, I mean, this is the internet, so you might not know me, but I don't like ships. Even back when I was super into reading and writing fan fiction in middle school, I did not like ships. I hate ships. I don't like romance. It makes me uncomfortable. I don't understand it, and it makes me feel weird. So even when I say that two characters are in love, then they're in love. And there's more evidence to come, so don't you worry. For now, just enjoy Kid Blink and Mush giggling at each other.
Dear me, what is that unpleasant aroma? I fear the sewer may have backed up during the night.
Iconic racetrack line.
The Delancey brothers.
Yes, we hate rich people. Yes.
In the back, you lousy little shrimp.
Why does he pick on Snipe Shooter? What does in the back even mean? He's still gonna get papers. Also, you don't buy papers, Oscar. So why do you care who's in front? Oh my god, wait, Oscar, I love Jesus too.
Hey, 5-1, a cowboy skunks him, huh? Who's betting?
Iconic racetrack line.
That's right. It's an insult. So's this.
Their reaction to Jack stealing Oscar's hat is so over the top. I love testosterone. Why is Davey holding less like that?
What do you think you're doing?
Davey's been here for less than 30 seconds and he's already upset and confused. Why does he hold his shoulder like he's an old man? Dude, you okay? I should say right now that I absolutely love Davey because I'm going to spend the rest of this video absolutely making fun of Davey. Can we just take one quick second to talk about Jake's outfit? Overalls, a red vest, and a bowler hat? What an absolute icon! I wish I dressed that well. Are you kidding me? Damn. What an idiot. Dude, you're so dumb. And then the Delancey brothers just have to stand in the middle of the Newsies after getting beaten up. That's so embarrassing. You would think that the Delanceys would stop fighting them every day. That's so embarrassing.
Play again tomorrow, cowboy.
Crutchy's laugh is so stupid. I love him so much.
Next.
Morning, Your Honor. Listen, do me a favor, Weeze. Spot me 50 papes, huh? I got a hot tip on the fourth. Won't waste your money.
It's a short thing?
Oh, yeah. Not like last time. Huh?
50 papes.
I love Race's gambling addiction. And I think it's sweet that Weasel spots him 50 papes.
30 papes for Crunchy.
Anything good?
And he knows Crutchy's name? Not that it's a hard name to remember, but he still knows it.
30 papes for Crunchy.
Anything good this morning?
Why are Les and Jack just staring like that?
Want to sit down?
Hey, look at this. Baby born with 2 heads. Must be from Brooklyn.
Hold it, Rex. Will you spot me 2 bits?
Race, you can't be borrowing people money. You got your papers for free so that you could spend more money gambling, which you need because you have a gambling addiction. Why are they all just standing around? Can no one start selling until Jack does?
Best, the best.
I love Jake. Look at that face. He knows Davey's getting scammed. Ivy's little smile. He knows that Davey's getting scammed too.
What's the matter? It's disgusting.
Why do they wait for Jack to come out? Jake made a whole big thing about leaving and there he is. You don't have to wait for Jack. Jack is not in charge of you. Jack is nobody.
You only took 20 papes.
Why?
Mush and Kid Blink have like 10, maybe 20 papers each.
Look at that. Hey, I'm heavy.
Jack is just not yelling anything. Dude, you should get some glasses if you need... Oh.
But look how he covers the strike. Look, look, look!
I have to admit, that is an amazing headline and I would definitely read that.
It's not the headlines, Chief.
Do I have those books? No. This guy knows what's up. He doesn't want to be watching this scene either.
Just the Newsie, sir. I'll go and have them quiet.
I love Jonathan. How are you going to tell a group of newsies to be quiet? What is your plan?
I want to know how I could get more of it. By tonight.
Weird deadline for a completely not pressing issue, but okay.
Alex Island in flames! Big conflagration!
That's not a real word. Huh.
Trash fire next to immigration building terrifies seagulls.
Davey, shut up!
Buy me last paper stuff.
Les knows what's up.
My father taught us not to lie.
Yeah, well, mine taught me not to starve, so we both got an education.
The thing that sets Davey apart from the other Newsies is that he has a home to return to. Obviously, a guy like Jack isn't going to care about lying to strangers because he needs to make money in order to have a roof over his head and to feed himself. And although Davy does need to be making money for his family, he's not in as much immediate danger as the other Newsies are. Round 58, Jesus! Snyder is a robot and you cannot convince me otherwise.
Let's go! Okay!
The guy gave me a quarter.
You smell like beer.
Oh, that's how I made the quarter. The guy bet me I wouldn't drink some.
I love Movie Les, he's awesome!
Sleeper! Okay, jump.
That man is dead, he has to be. Jack, now is not the time for pranks. Davy is so mad that Les follows Jack. Look at him, he's so mad. Look at his little lasso paper holder, that's so cute.
Well, I was starving, so I stole some food.
Oh, right, food.
That is such a weird stance. What else would he steal? Why are you mad about him stealing food when he's starving? I don't think Davy understands that he's an orphan who lives in the lodging house.
Yo, my name's Kelly. Jack Kelly, you think I'm lying?
Whoa, okay, calm down. First of all, you are. Second of all, I don't even know why you are, considering Snyder can clearly recognize you by your face. But then again, if my name was Francis Sullivan, I would probably change it too.
Why was he chasing you? Of course I escaped.
Introducing Newsie's ally number 2, Miss Meta Larkin. We love her.
Where you been, kid? I miss seeing you up in the balcony.
Hot take, I don't think their relationship is weird. But why do all the Newsies worship her, Anya? Well, I'm so glad you asked. Welcome for an... It's time for another history lesson, friends. Meta Larkin is based on Ada Overton Walker, who provided a haven for Newsies who didn't have a place to stay. This is unrelated to Newsies, but her and her husband were one of the few all-black acts that were allowed to perform on white vaudeville stages, and although they were forced to wear blackface, they refused to perform demeaning minstrel acts. So I think that's super cool. But back to the Newsies part. Based on the history that Ada Overton Walker had with the real-life Newsies, the story between Jack and Meta is most likely something along the lines of when Jack wasn't selling papes or wasn't making enough money to support himself through selling papes, and when he was literally starving and having to steal food, he was staying in the theater that Meta owns. This is why she treats him like a son and why he admires her so much, because she is the sole reason why he wasn't sleeping on the streets like so many other kids are.
What have we here? Oh, are you all right?
I'm your last pape lady.
Oh, you are good.
Meta is like, hell yeah, he knows what's up.
Oh, this kid is really good.
And he does. Les knows what's up.
I used to be your Tootsie.
How do you know her? She's a friend of my father's.
I don't believe that. That feels like a lie. I will choose to believe the story I just laid out for you. Thank you very much.
Like this.
Carrying a Western comic book in your back pocket is such a strong aesthetic.
As soon as they find the right ranch, they're gonna send for me.
Again, weird lie.
Jack! Why don't we go back to my place and divvy up? You can meet my phone.
I know that Jack is hyped because it's going to make a good headline, but he seems a little too excited to watch people get beat up. Maybe I'm still stuck on that fire line from earlier. I don't know.
This is our selling partner, and our friend. That's my sister, Sarah.
Remember when I said I don't like ships? Yeah, I hate Sarah. She's boring and her only personality is girl.
Esther, maybe David's partner would like to join us for dinner. Huh? Why don't you add a little more water to the soup?
Ew.
So what makes a headline good?
Shut up, Sarah.
You only work until I go back to the factory, and then you are going back to school like you promised.
Davey is so mad. Why is he so mad? I don't want a stupid education. I want to be a newsie. Sure, they're poor and starving, but at least they have friends. Y'all already know he doesn't have any friends at school. I wouldn't be friends with Davey if he went to my school, and you know you wouldn't either.
Wait, that was a little harsh. Love you.
Here, I'll... yeah, okay.
A piece of it, David.
Can I have it? Thanks. Aw, they're friends. I mean, Jack already had friends, but Davey has a friend. And all it took was a horrible work-related accident that ruined his family's financial stability. Because let's be honest, Poor people have more fun.
Why don't you stay here tonight? No, thanks. I got my own place.
Yeah, screw David's house. I want to sleep on the top bunk in a room with like 20 other boys in the lodging house. Nah, but for real, this version of Santa Fe is like actually sad as hell.
So you ain't got any family? Well, who said you needed one?
Oh, you got the Newsies, man. Are you kidding me? They love you.
When I dream.
A lot of people say that Christian Bale's mouth looks weird when he sings, and I'm pretty sure it's because he's British. I also didn't know he was British until I watched Blood Drips Heavily on Newsie's Square.
So, have you seen it?
Seen what?
Jeff.
And where the hell is it? I've been looking all over for it.
It's up there, isn't it?
I can make a whole separate video on that masterpiece if you're interested. But anyways, I learned from my Speech and Accents for Performance class that those who speak modern general British tend to drop their jaw a lot more when they're talking than those who speak modern general American. And while Christian Bale is speaking in a New York accent during the talking lines of the show, when you're recording a movie musical, you lip sync to your own vocal track when you're shooting the visuals for a song. So he's probably talking / singing in whatever voice makes him most comfortable when recording the visuals for this song, which would make sense to be a more British sounding tone, which is why his jaw is always so darn dropped.
And I'm on the train that's bound for Santa Fe.
I simply don't understand the Santa Fe dream. Is a dream that he moves because he's no longer poor? Is he okay with being poor as long as he's living in the Wild West? He would still have to make money, right? Like, is he still gonna be a newsie? Does he have another skill that he can use? I'm not gonna be making fun of Christian Bale singing or dancing. This choreography is cool as hell though. He just stole that dude's horse.
Well, I was starving, so I stole some food. Oh, right, food.
I love this part. You can tell the horse is super mad. So in this shot, he's on the guy's shoulders. Jack, that's someone's horse. You can't just set it free.
Right, food. Yeah, food.
I love this little scene of Racetrack. They're both so depressed, but they're depressed together.
Hey, Race.
Hey, Jack.
How's your day at the track?
Remember that hot tip I told you about?
Yeah.
Nobody told the horse.
I don't care.
I have several proposals. First, to increase the paper's price.
Charge the Newsies more for their papers.
See, that's a really horrible and really mean idea. You should be ashamed of yourself, Jonathan. That's like the worst part of capitalism and classism rolled into one.
My next proposal, salary cuts, particularly those at the top.
Now that's a really great and really kind idea, so you're not screwing over the children working less than minimum wage living on the street. I want to know how your brain thought of those two very drastically different ideas and thought they were both worth bringing up. Pick a side, Jonathan.
Multiply by 40,000 papers a day, 7 days a week. Then the other papers will do it.
Did you hear that, Jack? 10 cents on.
Look at Oscar. He's making fun of Blink. Isn't that funny? Oh shoot, we're gonna starve, aren't we? Snitch has a little pouch for his money. What a guy. Davey has no idea what's going on. Look at his face. He's so confused.
I'll be back sleeping on the streets.
Boots just says that and sits down like, oh well, this is my life now. And then it looks like he's straight up leaving. Man does not care. Bumwits and ID already bought papes. They are not trying to sleep outside. Also, why is Jack in charge? Why aren't Kid Blink and Racetrack in charge?
Jack, you done thinking yet?
ID is having a crisis. Can someone help him?
Well, listen, one thing for sure. Yeah, like a strike.
A peaceful protest? No way, man. That sounds lame.
Crutchy, you take up a collection.
Swell.
First of all, Crutchy Morris was the real-life secretary of the strike committee, so we love that. Second of all, I love that Jake, Snitch, and Snipe Shooter immediately put money into Crutchley's collection. No questions asked, no hesitation, just support.
Any news you don't join with us, then we bust their heads like the try.
Oh, it's a violent protest. Hell yeah, I'm in. Davey looks so mad. He really just wants to be a newsie, but now he has to go on strike.
Strike!
Let's do it.
He's so mad.
Will you tell us what to do, Dave?
Even though we ain't got hats. Well, what's up with them?
Some of them don't hear so good.
God, what an icon.
So good.
Every single newsie is like, hell yeah, violence. And Davey's like, no!
No!
He's literally tone policing them. Like, that's not cool, dude. Snaps is so hype. Look at him.
There's the hearse and Pulitzer, have we got news for you?
This part gives me chills.
What we've got to say. We've been hawking headlines, but we're making up.
Except for Davey, he's still confused. But ID encouraging him is cute. Also, Dutchie picking up Tumblr, who was holding a little stick. Absolutely precious. Dutchie and Skittery being Tumblr's big brother figures is so important to me.
And the world will know that
But if the Lanceys come out swinging,
then we got a ton of rock. Perfect day.
A jump onto an object plus fight dancing in the background? Yes, please! Davey, can you please stop being privileged and get with the program? I am begging you. ID is eating this choreo. Swifty and Skiddery both lose their hats, but I'm more interested in the drama that Jake and ID are giving me. Yes, babies, get it. Hell yeah, Bumwitz and Pie Eater with that classical training. Also, Bumwitz did that round off while holding his hat. I'm impressed. I mean, I'm impressed by everything. I love it here. How is Davey still not hyped? I don't understand. And then he like reluctantly joins at the end. Whatever, dude. Introducing Newsie's ally number 3, Brian Denton. That's our main man.
I need some of those, what'd you call them?
Ambassadors?
Yeah. Right, you guys, you gotta be ambassadors and go tell the others that we're on strike.
Say, Jack, I'll take Harlem. Yeah, I got Midtown.
I got the Bowery, Jack.
Oh, the Bowery. You mean the Bowery that was known for hosting ferry resorts? Not my language, obviously, which I didn't have to say that, which were saloons or dance halls for male homosexuals that housed many gay and drag queen performers. Jenny June, one of the first transgender individuals to publish an autobiography in the United States, also described this apparently somewhat prominent gay scene of the Bowery in the 1890s in his book, Autobiography of an Androgen. So, pretty legit. And that's what we call supported by the text. He's gay. But it's interesting that Jake goes with him. Nah, I'm just kidding. Jake isn't gay. He's asexual. I have no evidence or support to back that up. I've just decided that he is. Anyways.
Hey, I'll take the Bronx. Come on.
All right.
Blanket did not want to go to the Bronx. He was voluntold. The light behind me is getting brighter and brighter as it takes me longer to make this video. The writers got to the scene and were like, ah, shoot, we haven't said any of their names. Okay, we gotta say them all. We gotta say all the names right now.
Bumlets and Specs, and Skiddery, you take Queens.
All right.
And, Pie Eater, Snotty, East Side. Snipe Shooter, you go with him. Come on, Spot Conlon's territory. Smatty, scared of Brooklyn?
Hey, we ain't scared of Brooklyn. Spot Conlon makes us a little nervous.
I love this whole idea that Spot Conlon is terrifying because we meet him and he's just, you know what, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
This is strike. What's going on?
I don't know why Tumblr is shaking Davey's hand, but I fully support him in his actions.
You seem like the kid in charge. What's your name?
Here we go. This is the beginning of everyone treating Davey better than the other newsies because he dresses slightly nicer, and it is classism.
You can't see Mr. Pulitzer. No one sees Mr. Pulitzer.
Jack is out here dragging Jonathan.
I ain't in the habit of transacting no business with office boys.
That's when he threw us out.
Does it scare you? Keep me informed. I want to know everything that's going on.
Why are you giving the card to Davy? Give it to Jack. This is classism.
I spent a month there one night.
Then why are you scared of Spot Conlon? He's like super nice to everyone he knows. I have so many questions about the Brooklyn Newsies. Are they the buff dudes jumping into the water? Are they the random kids just sitting around? Why aren't they out selling papers? They don't know about the strike yet. What are they doing? How is tiny young Spot Conlon in charge of them? Why isn't Spot out selling papers? Why does he have a key around his neck?
So you moved up in the royal spot? Got a river view and everything?
What does that mean? Does he live on the docks? Is there a lodging house next to the docks, or does he live outside? I can't imagine Spot Conlon sleeping outside or in a lodging house. I don't understand how this man exists. Why does Spot have a pimp cane? Actually, that one feels fitting. The real life Spot Conlon had pink suspenders, so he was probably pretty extra. Spot just spit over his hand.
Hey, Boots, how's it rolling?
He's totally cool with Boots, so why was he nervous? Why does this boy make anyone nervous?
But we're not playing. We are going on strike.
Why does Davy suddenly have an accent?
But you're the key.
Oh wait, never mind. No, he doesn't.
You know all of New York.
No, yeah, he does.
And we'll be unstoppable.
Huh?
How do I know you got what it takes? That ain't good enough, Jackie boy. You gotta show me.
Maybe they're just scared of Spot because he's a dick.
Double down, you're in.
I definitely think we should forget about it for a little while.
Skidry being a dick once again.
Hey, who we kidding here? Spot was right. Is it just a game to you guys?
Hey, Crutchy.
Why did he say hi to Crutchy for no reason?
One can make
Davy, don't touch strangers. Crutchy did not ask to be helped up. Please stop touching people. I'm sorry, what? Did Swifty just paint a portrait of Pulitzer? What? Wait, 1 sec. I have to go back. No, I think it was Crutchy and Swifty is trying to help.
Double down, you're in.
Maybe Swifty's like coaching him? Dude, screw Artist Jack in the Broadway version. I want to hear the story of Swifty teaching Crutchy how to paint. That sounds awesome. Oh, you can already tell Davy's a bad dancer. Look at his arms. I said I wouldn't make fun of Christian Bale dancing. I didn't say anything about David Moscow. Yeah, Swifty, you punched that air. This choreography is awesome. Bumlets, Mush, and Dutchie are killing this choreography. I love rhythmic choreo. I love it.
We're united.
I used to have this saved as a GIF on my computer, and I would just stare at Mush thinking I was in love with him, when really I just wanted to be him. Side note, but I'm pretty sure Newsies is the reason I learned how to dance. Speaking of dancing, what is David doing?
United. Let us
Also, Christian Bale's doing pretty good. He looks really stressed out, but he's doing it. The little kid's getting helped up on the statue. God! The line "friends of the friendless" makes me so emo. They are friends. Pie Eater jumps so high he's out of frame, while Mush and Kid Blink murder that choreography, and Swifty does the most smooth walkover I've ever seen. Hell yeah, Skiddery. Hell yeah, Bumlets. Thank you for breaking that up, it was weird. Hell yeah, Mush! Hell yeah, Pie Eater! Also, Dutchie and Mush just ran into each other and couldn't apologize because they were singing, so they just patted each other on the chest. Middle splits! Ah! I am so hyped, and this song has been happening for less than a minute. This always happens to me. I'm gonna calm down. Sorry. I'm gonna try and keep it together. Racetrack with the harmonica! I love this throw more than life itself, and mark my words, I will do it one day. Racetrack actually doing choreography for like the first time this entire song. They literally got Davy and Jack as much out of this shot as possible, and yet I can still see them severely struggling with whatever choreography they're supposed to be doing. Snitch and Snap's choreography looks like a handshake you would make up with your best friend, and I'm really into it. Yeah.
Yeah! Anybody hear that? No! So what are we gonna do about it?
Kill them! This kid makes no sense to me because he knows they're on strike. He sees the strikers running towards them with the intention of violence, but he still buys the papers. And then he immediately gives up and joins with no objection. Why did he waste the money? You're on strike. You need that money.
About time, Sal. Where you been?
Imagine knowing Racetrack personally and still being a scab. That's embarrassing. Why is this guy so tall? Skidry has to stand in the step to be taller than him. He also looks like he's 26. Davey looks so scared and confused. Dude, do you know what's happening? Someone just got whacked with what I can only assume is bumlet stick, since Skidry is fully on that scab's back. Damn, they said... And they actually meant it. They were not bluffing. Why did they leave? They can't even handle beating up Jack alone. They think they're gonna be able to escape whatever is happening out there unharmed? The goblins are gonna get killed. I don't feel bad. I love this whole scene. It looks like a blast. Jack! Davey, just have fun. What do you need to tell Jack?
Hey, it's the bull! Hey, Cheese It! Cheese It, it's the bull!
Cheese It is such a great phrase. Part of me is like, y'all really left Crutchy like that. But the other part of me is like, Crutchy, come on, man. Like, you should be able to see that everyone is gone. Like, that's a little bit on you. Racetrack is making sure they got everyone like he's a teacher on a field trip. We got Tumbler, we got Tumbler. Boots, we got Boots. We got Crutchy. Where the hell is Crutchy?
Oh! Crutchy! Scram! Scram!
Oscar Wilde said, "Life imitates art far more than art imitates life." And I guess that's true because this is exactly like that Lollapalooza video. Jack couldn't possibly look any more suspicious. He is like the only person in Manhattan with a cowboy hat. I'm sorry, you're telling me Davey is holding up Jack by himself? Davey, who goes to school and has only worked a single day in his entire life, that Davey is on the other end of this rope. Also, they could have brought as many Newsies as they wanted. Why am I being asked to suspend my disbelief when I know that there are like 20 boys that Jack lives with who would be willing to help out?
What do you say, Tenpin? Listen, you got a new guy in here, Crutchy.
The Gimp?
Screw you, Tenpin. Also, how did Tenpin get his nickname? Is this 10-year-old orphan a good bowler?
What are you hanging around here for, huh?
I love Crutchy. He just got beat up and arrested, and he's still making puns. What a guy.
Is that Dave? Hey, Dave, how you doing? Shh.
Oh, so now he's holding Jack up with one arm. Cool.
Listen, don't worry about it. Me and Dave, we can carry you out of here.
I mean, Davey can probably carry him out himself. He's apparently ridiculously strong.
Hey, Davey, you know, they still talk about how Jack rode out of here on that coach.
He's just like a cute little brother who's so proud of Jack's accomplishments. I'm gonna cry!
Hey, Jesus!
That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I'm so mad about this rope situation. That's not how real people walk. He's a robot.
Open the gates and seize the day.
I love this song. Why are they all half dressed? Like, I know you guys are on strike, but why didn't you get fully dressed? Much cannot be considered decent by 1899 standards. Hell yeah, Tumblr! That's not the choreography, Davey. That's not the choreography, Davey. To make up for David Moscow, I'm just gonna zoom in on ID because he did not have to go that hard, but he always does. Look at that smile. He knows he did good.
All right. Everyone, remain calm. Let's soak him for Crutchy!
Soak him from Crutchy!
Oh, Jack!
They literally hired grown men with weapons to come beat up a bunch of teenagers and kids. That is so embarrassing. All the Newsies are immediately incapacitated, except for Tumbler, who is trying to fight someone in the background.
Never fear, Brooklyn is here.
The Brooklyn boys live for the drama. Tell me I'm wrong. Brooklyn hasn't even done anything yet, and the Newsies already have the upper hand. I mean, Mush sees Brooklyn and immediately tries to choke this man. When I was younger, I always thought they were being so dramatic and overreacting, but I realize now that they are being pelted with marbles, so maybe it's fair. I think it's fair, it hurts. Hell yeah, Boots.
Hey, I give up, all right? All right, I give up.
God, I wish I was Spot Conlon. Spot just licked his hand. Aw, Kid Blink looks so happy. He can finally get out some of that anger.
Are you alright?
That was... Whose car alarm is that? Okay, whatever. That was unnecessarily dramatic skiddery, but I will give it to you. Spot is about to beat someone to a pulp with his pimp cane, and I'm here for it. I adore that they take the worst picture ever. It feels fitting because they're all smiling and happy and like celebrating. And then when they see their pictures being taken, they don't know what to do because they've never had their picture taken before, so they just freeze. They just stop moving.
Hey, fellas.
Swifty looks so cute with his little napkin. I always thought it was a joke that they're so obsessed with seeing themselves in the paper. And it is funny because we're all like that and we laugh when we see ourselves portrayed in others. But I also realized that a lot of them have probably never seen a picture of themselves, which is like weirdly sad, but it's also so cute because they look absolutely awful, every single one of them. But they're like, aw, look, it's my face. It's my face in the paper. Remind me again why people are scared of Spot. Snotty literally pushed him to the side and then Jack told him off.
Where does it say my name? Where's my name?
You quit thinking about yourself.
Well, you got something.
So what? You get your picture in the paper, so what's that get you, huh?
Skiddery again being a dick. I'm starting to think that he did do it.
I didn't do it.
What do you mean you didn't do it?
What's the matter with you? You're in the papers, you're famous.
A Saturday night with the mayor's daughter.
There are two lines in this entire movie that are like, look at me, I'm straight, I'm a heterosexual. That's one of them. And while most everyone responds with enthusiasm, Mush just looks down. The other one is said by Mush at the beginning of the movie.
Met this girl last night.
And then Blink just looks confused as hell about that line. Dutchie is really trying to eat his food.
New York!
I love the soft shoeing. I know you can't soft shoe in like actual stage musicals because you need to use taps to hear the tapping, but I want more movie musicals with soft shoeing because I love it so much. It also feels more realistic. Who wears taps? No one.
Ain't I pretty?
Jack again needs help getting up.
New York.
Stitch grabs it so aggressively for no reason. I would yell at him too. What the heck? Snitch is like, you good, Snipes? I'll help you down, Boots. And it makes me very happy.
Either dead or dreaming. Just look at that pape with my face beaming. Tomorrow they may wrap fishes in it. But I was a
Pie Eater and Bumlets, yes! And Swifty with another punch. They did not go easy on Christian Bale. They didn't have to make him tap, but they did.
Pulitzer's crying, Weasel, he's dying.
Oh my god. Disney, you can't do that.
Weasel, he's dying.
They put a smoking warning at the beginning of this show, but they let... That's fine. That's okay. We don't have to talk about that. Kings. Every single one of them. Kings.
I'm a loon, son of a gun. Don't ask me how. Fortune found me. Fate just crowned me. Victory from hate story.
Oh, that looks so painful. You cannot tell me that doesn't look super painful.
And glory. I'm the king of New York.
Hell yeah, Bumlets. This unnamed Newsie just pushed Spot and he was totally cool with it. Why are we scared of him? Oh look, there are extra glasses left over, but Kid Blink and Mush are still sharing for some reason. I wonder why. Crutchy! He's back! Crutchy, my boy.
Hey, that's Jack. He looks just like yourself.
You know this boy?
No. Nah.
Crutchy, I love you, but you act real dumb sometimes. Aw, well now I feel bad for saying that. Also, they couldn't find someone with 2 free arms to take this tray. They needed the boy with the crutch to do it. I love this little interaction with Dutchie and Klopman.
So did I spell it right, Klopman?
Very good. That's very good.
Klopman is such an important character to me because of how supportive he is. Not just emotionally, but financially. Remember when Boots said,
This'll bust me. I'm barely making a living right now.
I'll be back sleeping on the streets.
That's because Newsboys' lodging houses cost 6 cents a night for a bed and a bath, an additional 4 cents for a meal. Since the Newsies are now several days into their strikes, and many of them are buying at least 1 meal a day, they don't have any money. Like, any money. I'm sure that some of the older kids may have a little bit of savings, but the fact that they're all there means that Klopman is letting at least some of them stay there free of charge, because he's supportive of his children. Also the way he immediately lies for Jack with no prompting.
Jack Kelly. Never heard of him. Never heard of him. Any of you boys ever heard of Jack Kelly?
That's an unusual name for these parts.
Jack, you're going to get arrested. This isn't funny. Do the Newsies get mail? Boo.
Did you sleep out there all night?
Yeah.
First of all, no you didn't. You were not asleep. Don't pretend like you were just waking up. Second of all, you have a bed. Like, sure, it might not be the most comfortable bed in the world, but it probably would be better to sleep in the bed and then, like, wake up early and go sit on the fire escape for, like, I don't know, an hour, half an hour, rather than sitting on a metal fire escape all night. What the heck? I hate that he's punching socks.
Well, this is one strike leader who's gonna be very happy when it's all over. I can get out of here, go to Santa Fe.
Jack, you don't have any money. You can't leave.
I should get ready for work.
You just got here. You literally just got here and gave him bread and milk. He might as well have slept in his bed and gotten food from the nuns.
I'm just not used to having, whether I stay or whether I go, matter to anybody.
Dude, what are you talking about? He has so many friends that do nothing but idolize him. And he puts this weird romantic relationship with this girl he just met recently way above the friendships he's been cultivating for years. Boo!
We've got no legal cause.
Legal cause.
Legal cause.
Francis Sullivan.
Ew, why does he move like that?
I want this rabble he's roused to see what happens to those who would dare to
Those who would dare to what?
To those who would dare to To those who would dare to
I love that they have signs like they're chaperones at a field trip.
It says, stop soaking the scabs.
Bad advice. Violence is sometimes the answer.
What are we supposed to do to the bumps? Kiss them?
First of all, great line. Second of all, I love that they're all in their fancy clothes, which is just their normal clothes with their jacket on. Y'all better hope I never become famous, because if I am ever invited to a red carpet event as a celebrity, I will be dressing like one of the Newsies in this scene. Mark my words.
Hey, look, any scab I see, I soak him. Period.
Period, Spot.
Tell him, Jack!
Love the sentiment, Blink. Please stop sitting on the railing. You have bad depth perception.
Jack, we're with you, Jack. I know this is a musical and everyone magically knows what to sing, but I think it's so sweet that they all know her song by heart. Imagine if she just sings it, like, whenever the Newsies are together, and it's like their little Newsie anthem. I'm getting into fanfic brain, I gotta stop. Kid Blink, you're going to fall.
I always lands on my feet.
Look at them, they're goblins. That look felt charged, but there's also a weird spot in the song.
So you don't need him, don't love you more.
Aw, I know your mom doesn't love you either. I love that Kid Blink and Racetrack are her biggest fans.
When there's
Yeah, screw you, Sarah. The Manhattan Newsies are the only ones allowed to touch her. Why is Spot sitting in the middle of their family?
That's Snyder, as in...
The pretzel.
Smile, sir.
All of our other boys look kind of confused and scared, while Blink just books it. He is out of there. Man is not trying to get arrested. Yeah, Meta, get him. Oh, they know Davy can't defend himself. Oh my god, someone help Tumblr. 2-bit? 2-bit? Wrong fandom, girl. Come on now. Kid Blink was so far ahead of everyone. He fully got outside and was like, shoot, I should probably go help, right? Use that pent-up aggression, Blink. Oh, not as good, I. That was so disrespectful.
That's so disrespectful.
Okay, but our boys did pretty well. They all somehow managed to escape getting arrested. Oh, never mind. They all got arrested. In fact, it looks like they were the only ones arrested.
On the grounds of Brooklyn, Your Honor.
Spot, this is serious. You've been arrested.
Hey, we ain't got $5. We don't even got 5 cents. Hey, Your Honor, how about I roll you for it? Double or nothing.
Race, this is serious. You've been arrested.
I'll pay the fines. All of them.
Ally Denton. Why didn't Davy get arrested? And why was he allowed in the courtroom when everyone else has to stay outside? Oh, yeah. Classism.
Nice shiner.
Move it along.
No, he's not. He's been arrested. Why is Davy so personally offended that he lied? Why does it matter to him? You know, maybe he didn't want to deep dive into his depressing backstory 2 hours into knowing you.
Do you remember Roosevelt in the carriage?
Don't raise your voice, Jack. You sound insane.
No!
They had to make Spot leave for the scene because he would have murdered Denton. Mush is such a sweetheart.
Why didn't the Sun print the story?
Because it never happened.
I hate when people do that in movies. No one talks like that. Stop being dramatic. Just get to the point.
Yeah. Well, wish me luck, fellas.
Davey really takes everything personally, huh?
This is the story I wrote about the rally.
And I want you to read it at least.
Why? Davey only worked as a newsie for 1 day. Give it to Racetrack or Blink. Give it to Dutchy, who is standing right next to you. Classism. He's still an ally, though, because he's paying for their food. Les has got his priorities straight. Those are my boys. Oh, so now you need several people to lift Jack by a rope. Okay.
I'll meet you guys at the square.
Why'd you bring them all this way just to leave them? I would actually be so mad. I'm losing my sleep just so that Davey can go run off by himself. This is unrelated, but I love that they're all still in their fancy clothes. They look good. As if Davey would ever. That should be Kid Blink and we all know it. You're telling me no one notices this kid?
You know, I don't just sell you papes, Joe. Sometimes I read them.
I love the idea that when the Newsies go back to the lodging house, they read the papers that they didn't sell. That's so wholesome.
I shape its future. Wait, you listen to me, boy.
Okay.
Now you just shut your mouth and listen to me.
He is.
You shut up and listen to me for once.
He's not talking.
To you.
Why did you poke him twice? God, I hate this dude. He's just standing there. No one was going to do anything.
He's got no place to go.
Yes, he does. You never found out where he lives.
What happens to that?
No!
No! Whoa! Solitary confinement at the refuge looks way nicer than where the other kids sleep. It's got his own room and everything. Crutchy!
Hey, guess what I done to a sauerkraut, huh?
What did Crutchy do to the sauerkraut?
We was beat when we was born.
That's so rude. Crutchy stole you a potato because he loves you, and you're gonna bring the mood down like that. See, look what you did. Oh, just kidding. He's back. He just needed a second. He didn't want you to think he was actually mad or anything.
We'll be Santa Fe.
Jesus, Ray! Please help me! I need some help! All right, I ain't deaf!
What is Davey yelling about? Even Mush and Spot are like, bro, what the hell are you doing? If y'all don't stop pushing boots, I swear to God.
Ray!
Please help me! I need some help!
All right, I ain't deaf.
Skidry and Spot break up a fight that Tumblr was in, and then Skidry checks to see if Tumblr's okay.
What that happened again?
Hey.
That suit looks so bad on him, ew.
Jack, look at me, will you? Come on, it's me, Mush. Look at me, what are you doing, Jack?
Mush is so sweet. Let him talk to Jack. Blink, Boots, and Race are all allowed their little angry outbursts, but not Spot. No one is entertaining that for a second. They're like, oh, he's serious. He's actually going to kill Jack. We gotta get him out of here. And he means it too.
Oh,
traitor!
You want to talk to him? Come on. Sure.
Are you kidding me? Why? Mush wasn't gonna hurt him. Mush just wanted to talk to him, but no. Let Davy through. Yeah, it seems like a better plan.
You lied about your father being out west? Because he's not out west.
Davy, that doesn't matter.
You didn't even tell me your real name.
I would be so mad if I was one of these other newsies. Why is Davy accusing him of lying about his parents? Why do we care about his name? We all go by fake names. Why do we care? Yeah, it seems like a personal thing that you can sort out later. Can you ask him why he's scabbing?
You see, I ain't got nobody tucking me in at night.
That's what I've been saying.
You had the Newsies.
That's what I've been saying.
You know, I can't afford to be a kid no more, Dave.
Can we just have Racetrack and Kid Blink be in charge, please? Because they're annoying me. Come on, Davy. Do it, Davy. Do it, Davy. Yes! Get him! We got him, boys. The violent instinct has finally been imbued into David Jacobs. I love that his character arc is from pacifist to violent. That is awesome.
Hey, he's fooling him, so we can spy on him or something. Dad, yeah, that's it. He's fooling him.
Les. What is this?
Saving it.
Les and his priorities.
Last night I saw naked force exercised against mere boys, the Newsies. Ruined it.
Okay.
Please.
Literally a worse bed than he has at the lodging house. This is BS.
We're gonna go fix your pal Davy. Fix him so he can't walk.
Shut up.
That scab in the background is legitimately concerned. Oh, she just punched the wall.
What happened?
Davy, your sister's getting mugged like 15 feet away. Please.
Leave him alone!
Girl, can you at least try to help a little? Oh, you two are useless. Jack, watch where you're going. Jesus. The Delanceys suck at fighting. Oh my god.
You alright?
Screw Davy, I guess.
Well, you couldn't stay away?
Davy, he just saved you. I take back what I said. You should have stayed on the ground. Why are you mad, Davy? Les is having the time of his life touching every single thing in this room.
You've been living here.
Shh. Girl, he's an orphan. You should see where he usually lives. This is arguably better than where he usually lives. And I know I just said that his bed is worse, but I just don't like Sarah.
Looks like old man Pulitzer never threw anything away.
This song slaps.
There's a night that you...
Davy is confused. Davy, watch it.
While we're begging for bread to survive.
Sarah, please, just be helpful for once. We got Les, Mush, Boots, Kid Blink, and Mush again because he wanted to come with his boyfriend.
Shiny shoes in the street.
Yes, Boots!
Hey, kid. Read? Read that. Know how to read? Read that, alright?
Racetrack is being very smart and careful with who he hands them out to because he knows they have a limited supply and that they were printed by hand, while Boots just... I like to think that Race is following Boots on the ground and is just picking up all of the wasted copies. Yes, Snotty, Skiddery, and Pie Eater, you go door to door.
Hey, me on the sweat.
Okay. I have to admit, I love Sarah's boots. This little boy asking for help with reading.
Disgraceful, Denty.
Denty?
So when's the others coming, kid?
Finally, someone asking Kid Blink something instead of Jack or Davy. And of course it's Mush, why wouldn't it be? And there's the tummy pat. Hey, Boots. Hold on, hold on. Why is Davy wearing a dirty undershirt? He's not homeless. He has a mother and a sister who do the laundry for him. Is he trying to fit in? Trying to look like an orphan too? Oh, it's cool, guys. They were just running late. Brooklyn! Child laborers supporting each other. Bumlet's picked up Boots because he's tiny. Support the new Newsies.
Such awful language.
Just realized that Jack is wearing his old clothing again, which is fine, but he better have kept that suit. Even if he doesn't want it, I'm sure someone does. Oh, so now he can read. Guess the magnifying glass was just for dramatic effect.
And what does that make you?
What?
What?
Oh, this is my pal, David.
Yeah, David.
The walking mouth.
Oh my god, I just realized. That's his nickname. Walking Mouth is his Newsie nickname. That's why Jack keeps saying it. I never realized that before. That's so funny. Look at him. He hates it. Yeah, now you know how snitch feels, huh?
I sent for the police.
Stop trying to arrest Jack.
They must be here right now.
Something with us.
I love this part. First of all, the real-life Pulitzer did have a hearing sensitivity, which is obviously portrayed here and alluded to earlier in the movie.
What is that deafening noise?
But it's so fitting because not only does he clearly not care about hearing the complaints of these children, but it causes this rich man physical pain to hear his exploited workers protesting. That is so fitting. Second of all, Pulitzer says, "Go home, dear mothers and fathers, go home!" Yes, some of these children do have parents that they live with, like Davy, who has no reason to be wearing a dirty undershirt. Yes, I'm still on that. But a lot of these children don't. They're living on the streets, or in lodging houses, or wherever they can find a place. And they literally don't have parents to return to, or sometimes even a home at all. Furthermore, even those that do have parents and places to stay don't have the luxury of being at home right now. They're workers. If they weren't out here protesting, they wouldn't be at home. They would be out in the street or cooped up in a factory. Not only does Pulitzer not care about these people, but he clearly doesn't know what hardships they're facing or even how their lives work, how they function in the day-to-day. Very much Let Them Eat Cake-esque.
Those kids put out a pretty good paper there, Chief.
Seats is like a low-key Newsie ally.
Whose press did you use to print this? Whose?
Well, we only use the best, Joe. So I just want to say thanks again.
He's so mad.
Hey, fellas, come over here. Come over here. Shut up.
We beat it!
Yes! Skiddery and Tumblr hugging and then shaking hands is wildly important to my life. You get your handshake, Tumblr. You get it.
Jack, it's the Bulls. It's the Bulls.
Jack! No. Jack, it's over.
Denton, that was the worst possible way you could word that. Hell yeah, Crutchy.
Remember what I told you, Mr. Snyder. The first thing you do in jail, make friends with the rats. Share what you got in common.
Damn, Crutchy, okay. The family's back together.
I said you might need a lift, so could he drop me at the train yards?
God, shut up, Jack. Look at how sad everyone just got. Also, you're still poor. Actually, no, wait. He gives his money back in the Broadway version, but I think he keeps it in this version, which is way smarter. Also, speaking of the Broadway version, you know when Catherine says,
"This go west young man routine is getting tired."
Yeah, that is how this whole movie has been. Sarah and Davy look so sad that Jack is leaving, but Snaps is pissed at him. Also, what a horrible way to leave everyone. I know long goodbyes suck, but these kids have been your friends and lodging house roommates for years, and you're not even gonna stop and say goodbye to them? You're just gonna jump in Teddy Roosevelt's carriage and leave? That's so disrespectful. This shot makes me emotional. They're so happy for them, even though he's leaving like a jerk. The Jacobs are all crying while Jack is like, "Okay, bye, I'm leaving forever." My boys.
Try Central Pockets guaranteed.
Summer stinks and winter's waiting.
The disabled boys watching out for each other. Can I say that? You can still hear that child yelling at people, and I always figured he was somehow related to Weasel because that's the only reason Oscar and Morris work there is because they're Weasel's nephews, but they're all gone, so who is this child? Mosh gives me so much faith for everything good. Meanwhile, Davy looks utterly unbothered.
Besides, I got family here.
Hey, you, Skittery!
Skittery is not over there. He's right there.
Headlines don't sell papes. Newsies sell papes.
Look at how much Davy's grown. He went from a dweeb who wanted to tell the truth and be non-violent to a dirty fighting newsie. And I'm here for it. Tumblr is like, hell yeah, I love handshakes. Boo! I would not be making out in front of my two brothers in a crowd of boys. It seems like the worst thing in the world. Kid Blink screaming like that is so funny to me. Like, stop. Hell yeah, Spot, you get that ride back to Brooklyn. You ain't walking today. Finally, we get to see them dance again. I've been waiting for like an hour. This choreography is like a shot of dopamines and endorphins directly into my brain. So good. Pie Eater almost drops his paper. I have no idea where that paper comes from, and it makes me so upset. I have watched this frame by frame, and I can't figure it out. It's not there. Nothing is there. And then it's just there. It's just there. Denton is interviewing a random child, which we love. Hell yeah, Tumblr! Oh, Skiddery, come get your brother. Russell Bobbitt, he did the Avengers. In conclusion, I love this movie. I don't really understand why people dislike this movie. The fact that I've watched this movie so many times and have went back and spent hours looking through every tiny little thing in the background just in prep for this video, and I still love this movie is saying something. I'm not sure whether it's saying more about the movie or about me, though. Speaking of saying something, I don't have anything profound to say. I think I've said literally every single thought I've had. Oh, actually, violence is the answer. Always. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like, leave a comment, and if you really enjoyed it, you can subscribe to my channel. If you want to see me do another deep dive look into a movie I love about a found family group of boys with weird names that solve all their problems with violence, let me know, because I have 2 more movies for that very specific category. Thank you for watching. Bye!
No! No! No!
No! A naked force exercised against mere boys, Newsies.
I've fallen, and I can't get up.
Well, wish me luck, fellas. At least half of what I wish for you.
Jack! Jack! Snyder! What? It's Snyder! It's Snyder! Come on, right there!
And remember, when the people shall have nothing more to eat, they will eat the rich. Carrying the banner through it all, down, down, what a fine life. Carrying the banner through it all.